Memorial evening of the tornado. Me and the individual were at a home, and we were watching the news. She fell asleep. I was sitting on a couch, and I hear the meteorologist say, "It's coming down Westbrook, take cover."
At 11 p.m. on Memorial Day, as tornadoes materialized in Montgomery and Greene counties, many people with developmental disabilities were already at home in their beds, sleeping.
One of our staff woke us up because we were sleeping. All three of us guys, we were sleeping. And then we got down in the basement where our safe spot is.
Waking these folks and moving them to a sheltered area within their homes with only a few minutes warning represented an enormous challenge for DSPs in homes and in larger settings like intermediate care facilities.
I jump up, I try to get the individual up out of the chair. She's fighting me. "No, I'm sleepy, I want to go back to sleep." Fighting me, giving me the hardest time of my life. But all I knew is we got to get to safety. I have to make sure she's safe.
After I put them in the bathroom, I was still out watching the news so I could know, when it was coming and everything.
So I get her up and she doesn't walk, so I'm darn grabbing her because we got to take cover.
And all of a sudden, we just heard the wind blowing.
I heard the house crumbling. I heard glass everywhere, the wind, the doors rocking, and I began to pray. I
had to think quick, and I just was like, "Okay, come out, guys, let's go somewhere else." We went into a laundry room, and literally as soon as I closed the door, that's when it happened.
That night, direct support professionals throughout the region rose above these challenges. Despite the terror of howling winds, debris, fear, and destruction, they kept their charges safe.
And I wasn't thinking it was going to be that bad, so I'm like, okay, just stand here, relax, keep calm, everybody. And as soon as I felt when it hit the house, and I just yelled and told everybody to get down.
And I said, "Lord, this is not how you want me and the individual to go. This is not what you want. This is not what you want." And I feel the door to the laundry room moving, just trying to push his way through. I hear the glass crumbling. I hear the whole house. When I look up, I begin to feel raindrops on me. And when I look up, the whole roof of the house was gone.
As soon as we got down, the parts of the ceiling fell in, and all the debris it felt like it was probably 5 or 6 minutes. I know it wasn't that long, but it felt like it was just 5 or 6 minutes of just, I don't even know what to call it.
I look down, we have all this debris, and I'm covering the individual. I'm on top of her, shielding her, covering her, praying, "This is not what you want. This is not how you want us to go." And she was calm. She was very calm. I'm proud of her. The breeze, the roof, everything was on top of us. Next thing I know, everything stopped. And I heard somebody say, "Is anybody over there? Is anybody over there?" And I just was like, "Yes, help," because the roof was on us, and we were covered. And some young man came, and I said, "She doesn't walk," so he uncovered all the roof off of us, and he picks her up, and he gets us to safety across the street at his home.
One provider, which operates a multi-bed intermediate care facility in Montgomery County, took a direct hit from the tornado. They, like providers who care for people in home-based settings that were destroyed, had to evacuate due to the destruction and find other shelter.
The night we were hit, we had to move our individuals from the middle of the night over to Echoing Valley, our sister building, and then the DSPs did a great job of moving them. Then they had to relocate their workplace, and then we had to move from Echoing Valley all the way over here to the Montgomery County Developmental Center. And so in the period of 3 weeks, our DSPs have really risen up to the challenge of move once, move twice, pack stuff up into boxes, clean up all the stuff out of Echoing Woods, learn how to work in one building, learn how to work in the second building, learn how our individuals operate, and learn how they've faced challenges in one building and face different challenges in another building. And I just can't say enough about how great they have been and how well they've come through in a crisis situation.
When the tornado hit, I was one of the staff that was there. I mean, we knew exactly what to do. We have a safe room. We got the individuals. We did exactly what we was told to do. And the drills that we go over, I mean, it just comes so natural. It was just easy. Well, first of all, they're scared. We're not perfect. We don't know what's going to happen next. All we can do is what we're trained to do. Let them know that they're going to be okay. They have trust in us. They're all that we have, and it's vice versa. So we're a family.
Perhaps the greatest tribute to these direct support professionals and agency staff is this. Throughout these terrifying storms, no one in Montgomery or Greene counties, including people with developmental disabilities who rely on direct support professionals, lost their lives. That is a tribute to the quick thinking and selflessness of their staff.
You think about what could have happened, and think about how brave our staff were in a very frightening situation. They did outstanding. To me, the beauty of that night and what followed wasn't one heroic act. It was many heroic acts put on and displayed by our staff when they welcomed people into their homes, they cared for the residents, they came together as a team amidst a lot of adversity.
Thanks for getting us out, getting us in our safe spot.
Thank you, Deontay, for getting me out of the house in a tornado. You are the greatest staff in the whole wide world.
Thank you for saving me, Miss Connie.
Thank you, staff, for saving our lives.
Thank you, staff, for keeping me safe.
Thank you.